and perhaps those who miss out any important information regarding what I am sharing today, okay, you can watch back the video and then you get to know what you are supposed to know. Okay. All right. So, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. I hope that all of you are in a very good state of health. Right? Are you okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right.
Sir,
Great. Okay. Have you taken your breakfast?
Already,
Not
sir.
yet.
Is this your first class today?
Second.
Oh, second class. Okay. All right.
first.
Oh, first. Okay. Well, I'll try to like finish early so that you can have your breakfast, okay, before you move on to your next class. And then the weather now in Kuantan, if you are in Kuantan, okay, it is raining since last night. Alhamdulillah, okay, it's very good. I'm still at my home. After this class, I'm going to Pekan campus uh, because I need to finish few things regarding your workshop that you're going to have this Friday. Okay, so just to let you know again, before we go into detail what you're going to learn for today, I'm going to remind you that this Friday, 2:45 p.m. until 5 p.m., you will be having a workshop on writing a resume and cover letter. Okay, and then it will be given by an external panel that we invited specifically or specially for you. So attendance is compulsory, okay? And then I will be checking the attendance as well on Friday, okay? Right, so hopefully you are there, okay? Try to get as many information as you want regarding writing a resume and cover letter. Maybe it is a bit general in the sense, but that is how you're supposed to know it, okay? Because you need to apply that knowledge when you are writing for the resume and cover letter, okay? Right, so now I am sharing my screen with all of you. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen too. Right, let's go to the weekly planner. We are now in week 4. We are now in week 4, okay? And then we are going to have the online cover letter and resume writing workshop, which will be conducted this Friday, 26th of March, 2021, 2:45 p.m. until 5 p.m., okay? I will give the announcement in our WhatsApp group soon. So you can spread the news from your friends. Those who are not taking 1432, they can also join the workshop, okay? Just to gain more knowledge. And for your information, you will be given, okay, the participation, you will be given the e-certificate, okay? And it can be used when you are attending job interview or when you are asked to provide some additional certificate, okay? Right. So we are now in week 4, but before that, okay, week 2 we have done with cover letter, and week 3 we have done with cover letter as well and resume. And then I have gone through some of your submission, okay, some of your submission in our Google Classroom, right? But today I'm going to show you the actual cover letter that you are supposed to write for when you are applying for a job, okay? We are using the fully block layout system, okay, the fully block layout system, and also open punctuation, okay? So I'm going to show with you after this, okay, today, what is the actual cover letter that you're supposed to look for, okay? And then you will have a clear picture, and this is the kind of cover letter that I'm supposed to prepare. And also for your assessment, okay, next week, which I'm going to check back with the coordinator whether you're going to have your assessment or not next week, okay? So week 5, you're going to have assessment 1, okay, cover letter and resume, which carries 20% of your overall marks, okay? I will double check regarding this with the coordinator. I will let you know in advance, okay? So we have 2 meetings this week. This is the first meeting. The second meeting will be on Thursday. And then on Thursday, okay, I will be having another meeting with you. And then I can sum up about the resume and cover letter. All right. Okay. So what we are going to have a look today, okay, if you go to Kalam, okay, if you go to Kalam, all right, and then you click on week 2. Okay, this is week 2. So I have asked you to read on the introduction to cover letter, the cover letter do's and don'ts, okay, language in cover letter, and email cover letter. Okay, why email cover letter? Because sometimes when you are applying for a job, okay, certain company only requires you to send in the cover letter electronically, okay, in electronic form. So it is going to be an email cover letter. Okay, so week 3, right? Week 3, I have also asked you to read on resume and to look at the sample of 3 types of resume, and each one, what do you call it, suits certain function or features. Okay, and then in week 4, right? If you go to week 4 in Kalam, okay, this is the activity that I want you to do after this. Okay, you need to do this on your own. And as you can see, we have the cover letter and resume workshop here, and then the certificate of attendance. Okay, and we need to get some feedback from all of you regarding the workshop as well. Okay, let's go back to week 3. Okay, do that. This is week 4. Let us have a look at the sample of the resume. But before that, okay, I would like to share with all of you the sample of a cover letter that you are supposed to write when you are applying for a job. Okay, let me make it bigger for all of you. Right, so this is the sample of a cover letter that you are supposed to write for. Okay, if you notice some of the submission there, okay, maybe it belongs to you as well, right? You tend to put the address on the right hand side of the page or the word. Okay, so in reality, what you are supposed to do for the actual cover letter, your address, okay, the date, and also the name of the recipient and the address and the position should be aligned to the left. That is a formal writing style. Okay, informal writing style is going to be on the right. Formal writing style is going to be on the left. Okay, all right. So we start with the address. Okay, your personal address. Okay, do not forget to include your telephone number and also your email. Okay, for formal purpose, please make sure, right? Please make sure that you have a professional or you are using a professional email. Okay, so for example, here we have Jason Note. Okay, for example, or my formal email address is shafirulzaman@gmail.com. Okay, or my UMP email address is shafirul@ump.edu.my. So why am I asking you to use a professional, okay, a professional email address? Is because when you are applying for a job, okay, the the recipient of the cover letter will be looking at your professionalism. Okay, if you put your email address, the one that is not formal, the one that is not professional, it shows that you are not being serious about applying for the job. Okay, so that is point number 1 that you should take into consideration. Okay, point number 2 is the date of you writing the letter. Okay, so let's say if you are preparing the letter today, it is supposed to be 23rd March 2021. Okay, so if you notice over here, write the address, and there is a gap between the address and the date it was written. Okay, so please remember this. Put the gap in between the address and the date the letter or the cover letter was written. And then tap another one, okay, put a gap another one, and then you go to number 3, the recipient address, okay, address of the person named in the advertisement. Okay, so I have gone through some of your submission in Google Classroom. All right, it is a very good job advertisement that you managed to get. Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay, and when it comes to the name of the recipient, okay, if you know or if it is stated in the advertisement, the job advertisement, please state the name itself. Okay, for example here, the name is stated Miss Jenny English. Okay, not Johnny English, but Jenny English. Okay, and then after the name of the recipient, you put in the position. Okay, the position of the recipient, manager. Okay, this is the sequence that you have to follow, right? If you didn't follow the sequence, then the marks will be deducted for the assessment. And also when it comes to the real cover letter that you're going to write soon when you are applying for a job, okay, it shows how serious you are when you are applying for the job. Okay, and plus this information are stated in the job advertisement. Okay, right. If you're asking me, sir, if it is not stated there, the name of the recipient, what should I do? Okay, so you should put dear hiring manager. Okay, dear hiring manager. And then for sure, it is followed by the position. But let's say if you don't have the name, then you can just put dear hiring manager. Okay, you can just put dear hiring manager. And then under the position itself, all right, you just state the department that you are writing to. Okay, so in this context, when you are applying for a job, of course, it is going to be the human resource department. Okay, of course, it is going to be to the human resource department. So you need to address the letter that you are writing, the cover letter, to the human resource department. Okay, and then the name of the company is here, Galaxy Engineering, and then the address of the recipient or the company. Okay, that is point number 3 that you need to put into consideration. Okay, please pay close attention to this kind of information. Okay, then point number 4, right, the salutation. Okay, so dear Miss English. Okay, because you know the name of the recipient, then you're going to put it there. Okay, if you don't know the name of the recipient, right, okay, I'm looking at the message from my head of program. Right. So if the name of the recipient is not there, you cannot find the name of the recipient. So you can just write dear hiring manager. Okay. Or dear manager. That's it. Okay. That is for the salutation. Okay. What are being highlighted here, okay, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the rest, okay, are important things that you need to have, right, that you need to have in a cover letter. Okay, so this is on salutation, number 4. Okay, then we move on to number 5, application for the post of civil engineer assistant. Okay, this is the subject heading, all right, and then what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to write it in capital letters. Okay, all capital letters, and then you bold it. Okay, you don't have to underline it, just bold it. Okay, what does it mean by bold it? So you just click, okay, bold. All right, so in Microsoft Word, you just click bold over here, or Control B, then you highlight everything here, and then you click Control B, and then it will be in bold. Okay, subject heading is going to be the opening of your cover letter, your application. Okay, because once they read the heading, the subject heading, the recipient will know the purpose of you sending the cover letter. Okay, so that will be point number 5. Point number 6, okay, opening paragraph here. Right, so since that this is written in past tense, okay, on certain information, some of the information it is written in a present tense. Okay, so for here, for example, it is I read, not I read. Okay, I read because you have read the job advertisement somewhere before. Okay, and if you notice, this was dated on the 2nd of September 2014, and this person, okay, the applicant get to know about the job advertisement, about the job opening on the August 30th. Okay, so I read in the August 30th Malaysian Times classified section of your need for a civil engineer assistant for one of your Gambang Pahang area sites. Okay, with a diploma in civil engineering from University of Malaysia Pahang, I believe that I have the necessary credentials for the position. Okay, so here in the opening paragraph, what you're supposed to highlight, okay, where do you get the information from? Okay, Malaysian Times, okay, Malaysian Times classified section. Okay, where do you get the information from? The date of the job advertisement that you come across. So it is, or it was on the August 30th, right? And then what is the position being highlighted in the job advertisement? Okay, so they are looking or they are hiring for civil engineer assistant. Okay, and be specific if you have the information regarding the site or the area that they are looking for the people to be placed. Okay, so in this context, it is in Gambang, Pahang. Okay, then you highlight a bit about your qualification. So here you're going to highlight you have a diploma in civil engineering from University of Malaysia Pahang, and because of that, you believe, okay, you put the word believe, not hope. Belief is a bit firmer compared to hope, the word hope. Okay, so you believe that you have the necessary credentials for the position. So meaning that you are one of the most suitable candidates for the position. So this is how you're supposed to open the paragraph in a cover letter. Okay, all right. We move on to point number 7 here. Okay, this is the body paragraph. So in the first part of it, you give the brief details of your achievements, strengths, and capabilities. So you are highlighting who you are to the potential employer. Okay, as a self-motivated person, right? So this is one of the strengths. I have more self-discipline and more willingness to try new things compared to other people. It is compared actually compared to other people, right? Being self-motivated also makes me a very hardworking person as I will give my best to complete tasks given to me. So you are telling the reader of this cover letter what are the good things about you, the strength, okay, of you. On the other hand, my excellent ability to communicate well with other people has helped me a lot during my internship. Okay, and then you relate to your previous experience. Okay, and that is the reason why over here you can see the past tense verb. Okay, the verb was written in the past tense because you are putting in the information that you have gained or the information that you have achieved before. Okay, during my internship. Okay, remember when you are writing a cover letter, you need to assume that you have completed your study. Okay, so when you are referring to the information that you have done before, so it's going to be in the form of a past tense. Okay, then I was able to negotiate a project that cost 10,000 ringgit with BASF Asia Pacific while I was there. Okay, so you are part of the team. Okay, you highlight what kind of experiences that you have gained during your internship. Okay, and this is a bit specific because why it highlighted the amount of money that the project the project have gained. Okay, and what is the name of the company that during your internship you have collaborated with. So in this context, okay, it is BASF Asia Pacific. So nevertheless, my outstanding team working skills have enabled me to work well with other people. During my final year at UNP, I was a part of a team responsible to create new method in analyzing bauxite soil. Our team had successfully come out with a new method and it is now being used by some of the researchers at the university. Apart from that, my skills in mathematics and physics have allowed me to identify and solve many engineering problems. So the first paragraph in the body paragraph, you just need to highlight what are your capabilities, your strengths, your achievements. Okay, all right. Then cut it or put it into a separate paragraph. So you're going to put it in the second paragraph here. Okay, not second, actually, this is the third paragraph. but it is the body paragraph of your cover letter. In addition to those skills, I had also undergone my industrial training at CMP Sdn Bhd for 3 months starting from June until September 2017. Okay, so remember, past tense, it happened before. So you have the word had, undergone, okay, and then be specific when it comes to your period or duration of your internship or industrial training. So in this context, this person, the applicant, stated clearly that the industrial training was held during June until September 2017, okay, for 3 months. Right, so what are the job scope? So my job there was to aid in the preparation of quantity surveys, form work estimates, and project proposals. I was also given the opportunity to work closely with the project team to monitor the safety, cost, and scheduling of construction projects. These tasks have given me a hands-on experience. So you highlight why during that industrial training somehow benefited you, okay, because it has given you the hands-on experience, okay. So I believe my training during the internship will give benefit to your company. Again, at the end of it, all right, you highlight why your experiences and maybe your qualification can somehow help the company when you have been hired. Okay, if you notice here in the body paragraph, the first paragraph in the body paragraph here, at the end of it, apart from that, my skills in mathematics and physics have allowed me to identify and solve many engineering problems. So when the hiring manager, the human resource department, people from the human resource department read your cover letter, at the end of it, you are ending your paragraph by stating why you are one of the most suitable candidates for the job. Okay, so the same goes in this paragraph. Okay, because at the end of it, you are highlighting why your industrial training has somehow give you some advantages when you are applying for this position. Okay, so in the closing paragraph or in the conclusion, the Galaxy engineering projects are familiar to me because why? You can look at the job description, the requirement, and somehow you can match that thing with your experiences, your qualification, okay, and then you are highlighting why it sounds familiar to you. Okay, and my aspiration is to work for a company that has your excellent reputation. Okay, so it is like you are appraising the company that you are applying for a job. Okay, so a copy of my resume is enclosed giving further details together with copies of relevant certificates. Okay, so since that this is a cover letter, you don't have to mention everything here. So what you're supposed to do in the cover letter, in the closing paragraph, you have to mention that you are going to attach your resume, okay? And then at the same time, you are also going to attach some other relevant certificates so that when the people read the cover letter, they know, okay, that you are attaching with it a resume, the detailed version of your qualification, your experiences, your knowledge and such, okay? And then at the same time, you also have the certificates that can equip or make it better when you are applying for the job, okay? And do not forget, in the closing paragraph, you have to mention this, okay? So what is it about? I would welcome the opportunity to be interviewed by you at any time according to your availability. You may contact me at, okay, your phone number or your email address. Okay, remember, the reason why you are sending the cover letter is because you wanted to be called for an interview. Okay, and because of that, okay, you need to state in the closing paragraph of the cover letter that you are looking forward to be called for an interview at any time, okay, according to the hiring department availability. And do not forget again to put in your phone number followed by the email address. Okay, that is very important. Okay, next. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, it is supposed to be a gap actually here, right? And then yours sincerely. Okay, this one is for complimentary clues. Okay, do not forget to put your signature, right? Your full name in capital letter, but you don't have to bold it. Okay, just type your full name in capital letter, and then lastly you have the enclosure. Okay, you have the colon and then resume. So meaning that when people read, okay, the cover letter, at the end of it you are attaching with the cover letter the resume of yours. Okay, you are putting in your resume as well together with your cover letter. Okay, so whatever appears over here, complimentary clues, signature, full name, enclosure, and such, this is just an example. You don't have to write everything on the right hand side. Okay, so this is actually referring to what you need to have, or the important elements that you need to have in writing a cover letter. So this is a sample of a very good cover letter. Okay, and as you can see over here in the submission, okay, 18 of you have submitted the work. All right, and then let's say I open this. Okay, Adlisha, sorry, but I have to take yours as an example, but this is a good platform for you to learn. Okay, right, so this is a very good job advertisement, software tester. Okay, the responsibilities or job description. Okay, what are the requirements? Okay, when you are applying for a job, first thing that you need to put into attention is the minimum job requirements. As it is stated here, candidate must possess at least a bachelor degrees, postgraduate diploma, professional degree, computer science or information technology or equivalent. So in this context, if you have finished your diploma studies, make sure the job advertisement stated clearly a minimum job requirement is a diploma. If it is stated like this, bachelor's degree or postgraduate diploma, it means that it is not suitable for you. If you still try to send your cover letter, there is a very high chance that you are not going to be called for an interview. Believe me, because you do not meet the minimum requirement of the job position, okay, or the job opening. Okay, all right, and then try to find something like stated here, fresh graduate or encouraging to apply. Okay, so meaning that if you don't have a working experience, a proper working experience before this, you can still be called for an interview. Okay, so that is about job advertisement. We scroll down a bit. Okay, as you can see over here, Adlisha. So next time when you are writing for your what do you call it, a real cover letter, all of the address, okay, and then the date it was written should be aligned to the left side of the page. Okay, as you can see over here, this is a very nice writing. Okay, but if you can see here, all right, this paragraph itself, okay, and the rest of the paragraph, they put it into justify format. Okay, meaning that everything was aligned properly. And Aglisha, your work over here, it is good, except that, okay, you can highlight all of this paragraph here and then you put it into justify form. Okay, that is what you are supposed to do. Okay, so this is a very good piece of work. Aglisha, congratulations to you. Okay, so this is one of the good example that you can follow. Okay, class, all right. So any question about cover letter?
Sir,
Yes.
the name on the address.
Uh-huh.
So as you said, the name dear hiring manager, right?
Okay, yes.
We must put hiring manager or dear hiring manager.
Okay, all right. So that is for the salutation. Remember
Yes.
salutation? So if you look
Yes.
at the salutation here, then you can put dear hiring manager. But for the address, okay, for the address, let's say you don't have the name of the recipient. In this case, the name is Miss Jenny English, but you don't have the name. It is not stated in the job advertisement. You can just write manager, followed by the department he or she is. Okay, so manager, human resource department, and then followed by the address. Okay, and only over here you can write dear hiring manager for the salutation. If the name of the recipient, it is not stated in the job advertisement. Okay, if it is stated, then you have to follow the name given there. Okay, Azib, do I
Okay,
answer
sir.
your question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, great. How about the others? Any question? No question. Okay. All right. We move on to the next thing that I need you to have a look at. Okay. So in week 3 in column, okay, we have the sample of chronological resume, sample of combination resume, and sample of functional resume. Okay. So let's have a look at functional resume first. Okay. This is a sample of a functional resume. Okay, so you can write your name over here, your email address. Okay, all right, and then the objective of you applying for a job. Okay, please remember that not all cover letter can be given to all potential employers. No, so you have to write a specific cover letter for each of the job that you are applying for, and the same goes for the resume. Okay, depending on the position that you are applying. Okay, for example here, the objective is a marketing position using communication, management, and analytical skills. So it depends on the job opening that you are applying there. Okay, if the job advertisement stated about marketing officer, then you can use this kind of objective. Okay, you have to double check about the job advertisement and the resume that you are writing together with the cover letter. Okay, the education, you are going to highlight your recent education. Okay, and then summary of experience, you can put communication here, management, analysis, initiative. Okay, as you can see, this is a one-page resume. It's very simple. Okay, it is a one-page resume, and it highlighted all of your achievements. Okay, if you have employment experience, then you can put it here. Okay, this is the employment experience. Okay, and then campus and other activities, you can also highlight it. For example, you are the Sunshine co-chair of this program. Okay, so you can highlight it. Okay, functional resume is very suitable for a fresh graduate. Okay, those without or less working experience, you can write your functional resume when you are applying for a job. Okay, what if you have a very good experience on working experience? Okay, so what kind of resume that you are supposed to write to? Okay, so the resume that you are supposed to write for, all right, is going to be the chronological resume, because this one, it is more suitable for those with job experiences. Okay, so if you are a fresh graduate, try to write for functional resume. Okay, right. So chronological resume over here is the same. Okay, what is the objective? And then the education, you highlight it as well. Okay, and then what are the honors or awards that you have been awarded with? Right, and then you have these job experiences. Okay, undergraduate research assistant, researcher and writer, associate editor. Okay, and then other experience, we have resident advisor, student intern, and such. And what are the additional skills that you can also put in the resume and other activities. So chronological resume is more suitable for people who have been working or are currently working in a company and you are applying for a job in a different company. Okay, So you can write according to the chronological resume. Why chronological resume? As you can see over here, all of the information, okay, all of the information have been arranged according to the recency. Okay, so undergraduate research assistant, summer 2011. Before that, you work as a researcher and writer in summer 2010, okay, and then associate editor in 2010 until 2012. So meaning that at the same time, you are the undergraduate research assistant, you are also the associate editor, okay. Or other experience over here, you start with the recent information, so resident advisor, August 2010 until May 2012, and then student intern was way back in summer 2009. So this is a sample of a chronological resume, and it is most suitable for those with working experiences. Okay, let's have a look at the sample of the combination resume. So combination resume is a combination between functional resume and chronological resume. Okay, so again, you have the education and honors here, right? Management and leadership, promotion and public relations, and lastly, the program development marketing. So the you can see the combination over here. You have the dates being arranged accordingly. Okay, the dates are being arranged accordingly, right? As you can see over here. And then the detailed explanation will be like functional resume. So the dates follow the chronological resume. The details follow the functional resume. So this is an example of a good combination resume, a combination between chronological resume and functional resume. Okay, right. Any question, class?
Clear, sir.
Clear? Okay. How about the others? Do you have any question?
No, sir.
All right. Okay, great. So we still have like an hour to go, right? Your task for today after this, right? I need you to do this activity. It will take only 10 minutes, okay? Right. I'm going to end the session after this. Okay, feel free to use your another hour to read more on function on resume and cover letter, and then look back at what you have submitted in Google Classroom. Okay, and identify what are the mistakes that you have done in the cover letter that you have submitted earlier and the cover letter that I have showed to you. Okay, I'm going to send a copy of the cover letter that I have showed to you. This one over here. Okay, in our WhatsApp group and also in Google Classroom, so you can refer to it as an example. Okay, so your activity after this is going to be like that. Okay, you're going to refer back to your submission in Google Classroom over here, right? Double check the arrangement of your information, okay, and whether you meet the one that I have showed to you. And then the second activity is going to be this. In week 4, okay, over here, week 4 in column. Okay, for example, ours is DCS01. You click on DCS01 here, and it will bring you to this particular page. Okay, so this is a quiz, all right, and this is just an activity actually. You have 10 minutes, okay, and then you will answer all of the question, and then you just click submit once you have completed. Okay, so this is going to be your activity for today, apart from checking back your submission previously and whether you are on the right track or not. Okay, class, that is all from me. Any question?
No.
I'll answer it now or anytime, sir.
Yeah, Aglisha, you still have an hour to go. Our class is supposed to end by 12 o'clock, right? So you can use the 1 hour to answer the question, okay, the quiz. It's only 10 minutes, okay? You still have 50 minutes to look back at your cover letter that you have submitted earlier in Google Classroom, and then double check with what I have shared with you, which I'm going to share the sample of it in our, WhatsApp group. Okay, so double check. And what went wrong with your submission earlier? I have a question here, I think. How about attendance? Okay, for your information, I am using the Google Meet attendance. So all of your appearance here are recorded. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. And then I will double check with the list of the Google Meet attendance and the name list that I have from the system of IMS. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I will double check everything. Even though that somehow your internet connection is not very stable, okay, at the beginning you join in, and then in the middle, okay, you accidentally you left the meeting because of the unstable internet connection, and then you join back, okay, it will still be recorded, the attendance, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and then I will update regarding our cover letter and resume writing workshop this Friday. Okay, just wait for it. Okay, what is the platform that we are going to use and such? Okay, just wait for the what do you call it, wonderful information soon. Right. So if there is no other question from any one of you, but let's say after this, if you have anything to ask, okay, feel free or do not hesitate to ask me in the WhatsApp group, okay, and then I will reply to it as soon as possible, okay. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for joining the session or the class today. I really appreciate it. Though that it is raining outside there. If you are in Kuantan, I know it is challenging, okay, to appear online and to attend the class. So that's all from me again. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum everyone. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
You're welcome
sir.
everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome everyone.
Thank you, sir.